Good morning, everyone. My name is Askar Bimasena. I have always been deeply passionate about exploring how technology works behind the scene, especially when it comes to securing our digital world. Today, I'm going to walk you through the result of my network security laboratory practice directly from my report. As you can see on my screen, we are going to dive into the implementation of defense in-depth strategy. I will show how we configure three main security tools. We have Port Sentry, Cowrie Honeypot, and Snort IDS. Okay, let's scroll down to chapter 3, starting with our first layer of defense. Port Sentry right here in the configuration. This set percentage, let's scroll down. Or here, the configuration file, you can see that we set Port Sentry to use the advanced TCP and advanced LDP modes. What makes Port Sentry brilliant is that it's a tripwire. It intelligently blinds itself to dynamic ports that are not actually being used by any real service on our server. Okay. As you can see in this terminal screenshot, an attacker use a tool like Nmap to scan our system. Port Sentry immediately detects this illegal connection. Instantly, it drop all data packets coming from the attacker IP address. The attacker is completely blocked at the network level before they can even touch our sensitive data. Okay. Um, Now let's move down the next section. Sometime blocking the attacker is enough. We want to study them. This is where deception comes in. Using the Cori honeypot, we set up a Cori, which is a medium interaction honeypot designed to fake an SSL server inside a isolated virtual environment. If we look closely at this log analysis section, our honeypot successfully caught a real attack. The log saw an attacker from the IP address trying to break in. They used the brute force technique attempts to guess the login using the default username root and the password Kali. Here is the best part. Corey tricked the attacker by giving them a success message. The attacker thought they were inside the real Linux server, but they were actually in our fake isolated architecture. This is allow us to safely record their terminal activities without risking our main server. Okay, continue down. This is we have a threat layer detection system idea using Snort. Snort acts like a CCTV camera for Earth network. Right here, you can see how we configure the local rules spike. We program Snort to trigger an alert. It detects ICMP ping packets, Metasploit, if TP exploit on port 21, or general Nmap and Metasploit port scans. To validate it or not configuration with Taker using the Metasploit framework. So we here we use an actually module. Call scammer port scan signed to target our own system and simulate the stately sign scan or port 21, 22, 18, and 443. The result was success. Um, the result was success. The traffic and the Gillnet 19 Elephant alert based on the tap was where clearly. So finally, um, scrolling down, wait. This finally scrolling down to the conclusion. This practicum clearly demonstrates that in the real world, relying on just firewall or a single security tool is never enough. By implementing a layer defense using a port sentry to stop early recognize, scoring honeypot to gather intelligence and snort ideas to continually monitoring network traffic. We can build a highly resilient infrastructure that concludes my report walkthrough. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I would now like to open the floor for any question.